when did Mike come in the room?
Like,
When did Mike
we're
go?
live. Mics are live.
Okay, guys. Oh, I'll put my iPad down a second because this is obviously going well.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hi, guys. Another week. Sorry we missed last week of Talk About Walkabout, but we're back again today. So we've come to Gothic this week because this is going to be
What about-
the...
what-
We're not
What about
Gothic,
Widows
by the
Walkabout?
way.
Widows
Oh, no, we're not
Walkabout.
Gothic.
It could
Where are
be.
we?
It could be.
We
This
were
is
talking
going well.
about
Widows
Gothic at
Walkabout.
the end of that last
Where are we,
stream.
Stewie?
Widows
Oh, Widows
Walkabout.
Walkabout.
We're in
Widows
Coyote.
Walkabout.
Come on, get with it.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, sorry. So anyway, here we are, sat at the table. Plates are spinning. Why do you all shut up? I'm not doing it anymore. Stewie can do it. Right, I'm sitting. I'm not doing it.
I quit. He quits.
Anyway.
I
Good
quit.
evening. Good evening, everybody.
Anyway, good evening, everybody. We do have a special guest this evening. Unfortunately, the one we had to call off last minute, but we have another one, and he is just as good and just as popular. Will you fuck off, Stewie?
Anyway,
So I'd like you all to put your hands together in a big welcome for Dubby Daz. Come on in, young man.
Good evening,
We
people.
only have one hand.
It's okay. There's
hand
a
clapping,
clap and cheer going on the stream. We got you
Right,
covered.
first things first. How many people turned you down before I got the call? So we know there was Stroke and Willow.
11.
No, Willow didn't turn me down.
How
He didn't
was
get
that
back in time.
business, was I?
Stroke was a
you were number
yes right
4.
up until 3
were
minutes
number
Number
four.
four.
like
Number 4's
5.
not bad. I'll take number
Four.
4.
Yeah.
Lucy just
Was it
said
better
no.
than
Or was
number
it
2?
Or was it 400? I lose track.
As long as I won't be on that nutty guy on Fit Chat.
No.
Yeah, he said
was
no
crazy.
also.
Yeah. So anyway, what have we got on the agenda to start with?
All right. So first up, we're going to do some questions from our viewers and those on the server. So first up, we got Lenny Bod's questions.
Ooh, Linny-bot.
Lenny Bod, and her question was, does your club make a difference? And if I were to play Chris with a club I picked for her, would she still kick my ass? I'd like to answer that. The answer is going to be, let's find out in a tournament, Lenny.
Ooh,
Like to run
That's
all kinds of
fighting
fun
talk.
tournaments. I say we find out. So I think we should be running a tourney where the opponent gets to pick the club and the ball that you have to use. And
Avatar.
and Avatar.
back to her.
Ooh.
Avatar. Interesting.
No.
Back
that's
to
too
her
complicated.
question.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over here to Tricky with, does your club make a difference? What do you think?
I used obviously this one. I don't know where it's from, but Stewie will tell me where it's from. Where's it from, Stewie?
It's from Walkabout Men About Golf.
That's the one.
Gothic.
Yeah, I got it from
That's
there.
from Gothic.
You got one. It's a driver.
I pinched it from the shack. But I believe that I choose this basically just because it looks like a normal putter to me. I play a lot of normal golf, real golf, and it looks like a normal putter to me. I would say it feels like one, but it's obviously completely different.
From Gothic.
From Gothic.
All right.
And Stewie,
Let's-
Well, I use this lump of wood, and for
for
some
somebody jumping in his
reason,
hand.
it feels good in my hand, and I know every club feels exactly the same in your hand.
It's
for
the
some
extra
reason,
gear.
Daniel,
So
when
that's why it goes for it.
mentally, it just feels right. So I'm saying yes, it does make a difference what club you use.
Okay, what club you use? Okay.
I'm using this lump of wood. I don't know where it's from. It's from a golf
I
course.
have no. Yeah, I don't know. Daz.
I'm moving over to Daz.
Well, I think, as you can tell, I've got the council putter because the clubs make no difference whatsoever, and all they do is put you off, especially if you've
Well
got the Sweetopia club, the one that's not even straight.
Yeah.
Stick with the
Totally
council
agree.
putter.
Totally
Don't waste your time on the fox hunts. Skip all that. More time to practice. Play with a council putter.
Or come
Just-
over
just
to
a minute,
Chris.
Maddie.
She has them all memorized.
Or if you do want to go
just before we move on
finding
to
a
Rich,
princess.
just before we move on to Rich. Whoa, we might have a dev watching, and the fox does matter.
Yeah, the fox sound does matter, yeah. Sorry, Dad.
They matter.
Rich, your turn, Rich. Over to you, Rich.
Memorize
Well,
them.
I got the Bogey Bonanza putter, and I like it because it's got a stripe on it, and it helps me miss the ball a little more consistently. The I disagree with Daz in regard to the putter. You brought up Zootopia, and that crooked stick. I couldn't see how anybody could hit with that thing. In addition to that, the one with the loop on the end too. Some people use that, but it definitely throws me off.
But I'm on my
the one that Christmas has.
On my camera avatar over there, I have the Arizona hook putter. Obviously not in my hand. I have to use two headsets to do this. It does look like a paint roller, and I think it does make a difference because for me, I don't have any part of the shaft in the way when I'm lining up the freaking shots.
Honestly, I don't know how we get away with this sometimes.
And just to finish up before Chris walked all over my presentation.
I did.
Anyway,
you're welcome.
Thank you. The ball is also, I think, some people are superstitious about that and using the same ball for years. It feels funny when I use a different one. And I did use by accident the taco putter, and I kind of particularly like that. I may give that another roll too. So I might have two in my bag instead of just one.
Oh, make sure you don't got too many clubs in your bag.
Get that.
Before
That's dangerous.
Another innuendo there,
on to
Bob.
the next question. Can I comment on the start of the podcast?
What are you doing back there?
You actually saw photographs of our avatars, and they were actual photographs of us.
Yes. You now know what we look like.
Sorry if we scared you, especially Chris's photo, but
It is what it is.
It is.
But
what it is.
just going on to what we were saying about the putters, I can't remember if this is another question or no, even though I've read them all out with you. The actual the putter itself doesn't make any difference to the power you hit it, the line you hit it on. It doesn't matter if you hit it hard and a certain putter makes it hit it harder. That makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. All the putters are rated exactly the same. It's just what looks good in your hand and to your eye.
Yeah, it's a visual thing.
It is a visual thing, indeed.
If you agree with what we've said so far, give us a thumbs up, follow, and subscribe.
Okay, do we have any more questions, Chris?
So we do.
We do. Ooh. It's exciting, isn't it?
All right. So before I go on, this isn't. I don't think this is a directed question to Derby, but we have Simon in the chat right now, and he's saying, "I'm new to the game, 2 months, absolutely love it. I'm slowly improving. Do you have any tips to get better at the game?" I'll let Stewie start with this one. Go for it, Stewie. Can you answer that?
I think it's just a game of practice, because I found if
Why did your voice go funny?
Yeah, you get all soft on us.
Maybe because it's the beer.
You might be crying.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but
you carry on.
When I first started, I started during COVID, and I was playing like 5, 6, 7 nights a week for hours at a time, and I got at a reasonable level pretty quick.
You nearly said good, didn't you?
No, I know I've never been good.
You nearly said good.
but when you go back working and you cut down the amount you play, your standard does drop. So I say, yeah.
Agreed.
It is a case of something you've got to persevere with. Like lots of top players in this game, they play a lot more than me, and that's why they're at an higher level. They're not unbeatable. They're just more consistent. I think that's the difference between playing for fun, like we do, or playing at a more serious level of fun. Yeah, to win. Yeah. So it's take from that what you think is best for you.
You still nearly said good. I don't care what you say.
I think if you're a new person, play to what you want to enjoy out of this game. Play a lot to get good, or play to enjoy it like we do. And I'm moving on.
Right, my advice. Well, when we started playing, I'm guessing there was probably 6 or 8 courses, and there's just a ridiculous amount now.
Yes,
so you're never gonna learn them all very quickly now.
No.
So maybe play the weekly, or I'm contractually obliged to say the KWT, and just learn 2 courses a week. Yeah, focus on 2 courses a week. Fine. Yeah, the monthlies are very good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my answer when we get there.
You're never going to learn all them courses. And as well, ignore what scores the top guys are getting. I still have to do that. Just focus on your own scores. Keep trying to beat your PBs, and eventually you'll close the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Rich?
Do you have anything?
I'm going to disagree with Taz again. I think you pretty much
we're going to fighting over
you can learn all the courses. What I'd recommend, is that you have to practice a little bit, to get better at anything. And if you get in to each course, what I did and what I would recommend for new people, set a goal for a -10 on easy courses and an even on hard courses. You get there, you could play with anybody. I also recommend getting in a room with better players, and don't be shy about asking for help.
Yeah.
People in this league, Crystal's league, and the Classic League, anybody's willing to help if you ask. Now, some people don't want to be intrusive and force themselves upon you and tell you what every shot is. So ask for help, ask where the shots are, practice shots, and you will get a lot better if you want to. Obviously time is a restraint too. Some people have kids and 2 jobs and they can only do it so much, so you only get so better. Some people are retired, they have a lot more time. They could if they want to get better and have the time to put into it, you definitely can get more better. Sorry, Des.
No, that's absolutely fine.
Good answer.
Chris?
Good answer.
Bit of advice.
Yeah. So my advice would be to join the monthlies. Absolutely. So on Chris's leagues, we have something called the Monthly Challenge League, and we have 9 divisions running, and we have upper divisions and lower divisions. So a newer player would be coming in the beginning division. But here's the thing about it, is that you don't only have to play with people in that division. You can play with anybody, including our top elites. And we have elites and masters who are constantly looking for games for the monthly. If you jump in with them, you will learn a lot, and you will very quickly watch your scores improve.
Sorry, I'm having a little joke over here. Yes, I'd like to reiterate on what Rich was saying, actually, that practice obviously does help, but playing with better players will definitely help you to give you more confidence. Don't ever be afraid to jump into a room with what we would class better players, some of the elite players, some of the pro players, because a lot of them will give you advice. They'll help you out with lines. Most people can give you a line to hit on a ball. The power is completely up to you. We can't teach you how to hit the ball speed-wise, because we all play on different powers on our clubs. I play on, my power is 55. Chris plays on 100, I believe.
I do play on 100, yes.
Stewie's on 70.
65.
65. Darby, what are you on?
Yeah, I'm at 100. I'm on the 100.
You're at 100. And Rich?
85. I had no idea. We're all different.
There you go.
That's interesting.
We are.
That's
again, going
interesting.
back to the clubs themselves, it's all to do with how you feel and how you feel you can hit it. So clubs, playing with better players will definitely help. The club doesn't make any difference. You have to mess
Tricky,
around.
if I could interject real quick also. I found on the Oculus 2, when I went to the 3, the power was a big differential. So that's why I backed it down from 100 to 85.
Mm-hmm.
So but that's a factor
20%.
too.
Can I
You did too, Chris?
Can I button on Rich then? I think
No, we're going to move on. Sorry,
I don't think he's jumping from 2 to 3. I don't think he says jumping from 2 to 3. I think it's a case of jumping from different hand controllers from 2 to 3.
Because they were a lot lighter.
Yeah, it was like hitting like 20% harder for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I couldn't get used to it. That's actually why I started with the putting adapter. Is I didn't get it because like everybody's like, I know we did never put that in. We'll get to it
It
later.
might sound insane, but I actually put weights on my wrist in the beginning when I used the 3.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you put them
All
on
right,
your
guys. So we're gonna
Put
pull
them
up
on
another question.
Good question. Thank you.
We got a question come in from Knockout G, and he wants to know what's your favorite putter and why, which we already a little bit
kind of
touched on.
covered that.
Yeah,
we covered it.
Anybody get anything added? I forgot what the.
Again, I just use this one because I play a lot of real golf outside in the real world, and this looks like a putter that I would use. My putter hasn't got curly whirly bits in it or a stud or anything, so that's why I use this one.
I just want to apologise to Knockout G that we answered your question before the question came up. Sorry about that, but I hope you got your answer
anyway
from earlier.
Yes, shout out to G. All right, here we go. Shooter McGavin.
Ooh.
And he said, if you can change one thing in the entire game, what would it be and why? And he would like to see a different color trail during replay. So who did we start with? I think we're starting with Derby on this one. Derby, if you could change one thing in the entire game, what would it be and why?
Oh, a little thing that annoys me that maybe if once you've played your shot, there's maybe a 2-second period and then the next person can hit it. Because some of the holes are so painful. Arizona with the circular loop.
Yes.
If one person hits their shot, a couple of seconds to get out of the way, then the next person goes straight away. It saves so much time on holes like that.
I do agree with that as well.
I think they've covered that a little bit, haven't they, with this simultaneously.
I hate.
How'd you say it?
I hate that mode.
Yeah, that word. Simultaneously.
It gets abused.
Yeah.
It gets abused the leaderboards and its
either.
simultaneous mode.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that comes to mind immediately is that hole on Arizona hardware. It takes forever to get down there, and most people forfeit it now. I mean, that has just been a 5-minute waste of our life every time you play it if you follow through on it. And if they could just swap that with the easy course, it would
make it go down
be a bit of an improvement. Yeah, that course is that hole's a nightmare, and it's just such a waste of time. That's the only thing that annoys me about. I wouldn't say the entire, but that's a big part. Like when I get there, it's like we could do better than this.
Yeah.
There should be a hole up in the end or somewheres where you could get a hole in one if you it's something
reward.
Something there.
It's painful.
Yeah.
It's painful. You're in there with 6 people, and you're literally almost the better part of 8 minutes.
I always think they did that hole 5 minutes before the lunch break, and they just rushed it out. And they brought it up, let's run with it.
What I don't understand is what you said about the trail. I mean, I don't see, if you have a replay, I don't see a trail, do you?
No, I take my trail off. I'm going to switch.
Yeah, because I think you can go to settings and actually turn that off.
Oh, right.
But he wants to be able to. I don't know.
I don't see a trail. So.
I do see the trails.
Yeah.
Well, so when you're looking at somebody else's trail, so you don't see because you have them off. You don't on yours. You don't see other people's trails. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
Okay, so I have my trails on.
Anyway.
And when somebody else is replaying, it would be nice if it was a different color because you think that you don't realize that they're replaying sometimes, although a lot of us
that's a good point.
as to what it looks like. For me, a change in the game, I would like to see the freaking putter come live quicker in race mode because I keep going through the ball and then accidentally hitting it backwards. The ball, it as soon as that ball is live, the putter should be able to hit it, and it's not. There's like a 2-3 second delay, and it just throws a lot of us off.
I think that's why a lot of players probably don't play race or do race because I can't do it because it frustrates me. If I'm ready to hit the ball, why isn't my club ready to hit it? So that does annoy me a lot. So,
but this is these are a few things that Mighty could help with, but at the same time, we do. Oh shoot! I hit the freaking trigger. We do love this game, or we wouldn't be here doing this.
Absolutely.
We're nitpicking.
Yeah, we are just nitpicking, basically. Yeah, that's it. What would I change?
We're answering questions. That's what we're doing.
I don't know. What would you change in the game, Rich?
I don't know. I would change.
Some of your scores.
I would change, which really annoys me. Yeah, is when I'm lining up my shot, and you've got some player doing a replay on his shot. So all I can hear is clunking around all the time.
Yeah,
that winds me up.
Once you've approached your ball, they should not be able to press replay.
That's an idea. They can't replay.
You can only replay on your own shot.
Unless the person's asking. I mean, that's how we teach.
Yeah,
we teach with replays.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's covered that just about.
A little bit of etiquette.
Well, can I say what I want to change?
Yes.
No, because nobody cares about the
Are you
gingerbread.
gonna get
Can you
rid of
come
one of
forward? It's not
us?
going backwards.
Depends. Are you getting rid of Princess Bang Shot?
He's working his way out of the room.
Yes.
Just going back to Rich's
It's
comments
gonna-
about Arizona and that all. They did change the easy course because the easy course didn't used to have them slits at the side on that all.
When?
Well, when it
This
was
is on beta.
when it was the
Way
original
back, way
game, they
back.
never used to have them slits.
Okay.
But so
I
on
think
the
when
old
me and
course,
They've been
Stewie
there
started,
since
we've
I've
been-
joined.
How long have we been playing it?
there were 4.5 courses there when I started. They were
Yeah,
up to
I think it
Gothic
was-
Easy when I started.
I think it was
Yeah,
3
I
when I
started-
started.
So
I
on the
started
same
right
hole on
after
the odd
school,
course,
yeah.
I'd like to see a ball width plank from the tee box down to the hole.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
work.
Now,
Yeah.
now, I'm not being funny.
Risk
If
or
you want
reward,
to take it on,
reward.
if you want to take it on, it's
Mm.
worth 1, or you can just take the long way and it's a 2. Depends on what your
Mhm.
score is going. But you
Yep.
want to try and gain a shot, you can take the risk. Just
Yeah.
something. It's just something as simple as that. It'd be
Absolutely.
Indeed.
worth it, in my opinion. The other thing I'd change, and now this is an age thing,
I changed you.
just because I forgot.
We're gonna see what Yankee Dude. I don't remember what this question
Yankee
was.
Dude
We're
now.
gonna see what Yankee Dude had to say.
I forgot what I was going
With
to say.
so
now.
many courses, how do players remember all the shots? I'm gonna bring this one over to your turn to go first, there, Mr. Clown Boy.
You know, it's I don't know how I remember, but I could say I do remember like 90% of them on all the courses, the tee shots at least, and yeah, it's repetition. You know, it's just one of the things I guess kind of embarrassingly, I did a self-assessment and realized I played this game almost every single day, 7 days a week, at least one round.
Mhm.
There are rare days I miss one day, very rare days I miss 2. Now this is 3 years, and you know,
Yeah.
of course, in 3 years, you know, you'd miss some here and there, but with that much repetition, you tend to remember the spots. And the crazy thing is, if you take 30 courses times 32, the hard and the easy, you're well into over 1,000 shots, and that's the tee shots only. So
Tee shots
it is
only, yeah.
amazing to remember, but somehow you do. It's a great question.
It's
Indeed.
less tricky. Oh, there you are.
I'm back.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me with that, it's kind of like what he said. So for me, if I've done something over and over again, it kind of locks it in for me. If I try to think about it, I might not be able to, but I get up and I have pretty good muscle memory on most of the holes. Also, I do a lot of teaching,
Yep.
so I make a lot of the how-to videos, especially for the hard courses, how to get through with par or less. And
they're all on
safely
YouTube, aren't they?
before you can run. They are. Some of them are on YouTube and some of them are on my Discord. But because of those videos, I know 4 to 6 shots on most tee boxes for every
Hey,
shot.
Chris,
on those
can I
hard
interject really
courses.
quick? There's one just quick thing I wanted to put out there. There's a lot of new people in this game, and when you buy the package of getting 14, 18, 20 courses, that I couldn't imagine trying to learn. You know, when most of us started here, there was 8 courses, at maybe 9 when I started. And
I
we
started right
played
after
them over and
Zootopia.
over and over, the same ones over and over and over again. So that's why they're burned into our memories. But if you were a new person and took this on with 15, 20, about
Wow.
all the courses, I couldn't imagine trying to memorize them. I mean,
Yeah.
I tried to do 1 or 2, but all of them, not a chance. Sorry.
Come play with
Indeed.
us. We'll teach
No,
you
that's
them. Come play with
Yeah.
us.
But
I
yeah,
know
going
Tricky
on
and
to
I
what
do a
Come
lot
to
of.
the dark
Go ahead,
side.
Phil.
Going on to what Chris was saying, we do play a lot of the courses a lot of the time. Most of us play every day. So muscle memory, just simple memory. A lot of players out, the good players, they use dots and smudges and bits and pieces on the carpets themselves. Zanetti, for one, great player. And he uses a lot of smudges and dots, but they take a lot to remember. He must have a hell of a memory. One hell of
He's
a
got
memory.
to. He's got to.
But
he
also
also takes
sitting
his
around this
time.
table, he takes his time. Yeah, don't rush anything. But also sitting around this table, we're all pro or elite players, so the server says on different servers. I'm just putting that out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for them too. Are they behind us?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in the elite world. And one of them, damn it.
We are an elite as well. And we play a lot of hard courses because that's where we tend to play most of our games. Playing the monthlies makes us play the easy games, the easy courses, sorry. I played an easy course the other day and couldn't remember some of the shots because I haven't been there for so long, which is wrong. We
So I
should go
giggled
and
at him?
play all the courses. Yeah. Yeah. We should go and play both sets of courses, easy and hard. But to remember the courses, remember the shots, you need to concentrate on one set of courses to start with. Get that down, then move yourself on. If you, like Rich said, if you're going to go into 20 odd courses and try to remember stuff straight off, it's just not going to happen. I don't think. Stewie?
No. Great question.
I do believe there's 33 courses, or 32. That's 64.
I think 32, if I remember correctly.
That's 64
I could be wrong.
courses.
Keep talking,
That's 64
Stuart. I'll do the
courses. 64 courses. All right.
You've got the calculator
I
out.
play what, on average.
1,152.
That's quick math.
There you go.
Holy.
Right. That's 64 courses. You know, I play what? When we play what, 2 or 3 games a day?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, you do. Yeah.
If you wanted to play every course in order, that's going to take you a month.
Yeah.
So to me, I can't. I know the shots, but can I always remember them? No.
No.
So don't worry about it if you can't remember the shots. I know some people write them down, and they've got little notepads for every course.
I think Chicago Bright takes pictures of them.
He does. He does take pictures of them.
Which to me slows the game down, because they're looking up notes for every hole, and you're waiting for them to take the shot while they're trying to find the spot of the smudge, as Richard commented on earlier.
You take smudge.
Play the shot. Spot, the smudge.
Spot and smudge.
Yeah.
Some people name these smudges and spots. They name it as
they combine them as a smudge.
I would love to see. I would love to see a course that's just plain green. No spots. No smudges.
Nothing.
And then see how people play then. Even
Derby. Derby didn't get to answer this. Do you have anything to add? If you don't, we will move on.
Yeah, I'm in the school of Zanetti. I use a lot of dots and smudges.
I do too.
And my brain's pretty much at saturation point. I can't remember any much more. So that's what we're going to do in 3 years if there's another 30 courses. And
smudginess is worn out.
So yeah, make notes if you have to. If it's gonna help, make notes.
Quick
left of the dot.
Quick Match Queen sent in a question. Well, this if I remember right, we kind of worded it as a question. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll read all of this out first. So we have: is there upgrades you would like to see? She would like to see an in-game friends list for easy accessibility and ability to customize their own ball. And Musical ATV would like a favorites list for game rooms, kind of like we do with the balls, I believe. So it's easy to just click into your favorites list.
And that's on to you first.
Is it? I would really like to see that list of rooms. Although some of the things I play, we do random rooms if we're playing over on the classic. But I do have groups that I jump into, and it would be nice to have those rooms saved. The ball thing would be cool too. What do you think? Over to you for this one.
Yeah, I think I mean, the room thing, I think we all have rooms that we go into to meet up with friends and whatnot. Do we need them on a friends list? I'm not sure. They're quite short anyway, easy to remember.
I have an enemies list.
Yeah.
Am I on that?
But the ball, definitely. I think that would be nice to be able to create your own ball. That would be a good idea. I like that one indeed. I really do.
You can model it on your own, Tricky.
Yeah. The ball creation mode. I think I would do it. I reckon 4, maybe 5 people in this room would do exactly the same. I would pay. What do we pay for a game? $2.99?
Hang on, you're a freaking northern. You won't pay for nothing.
I could think of one reason why they wouldn't do that in one word: fork off.
Can I finish? What do you pay for a new course? What do you pay for new course in America?
I think they're. I don't know. They're like $3.99. Aren't they $3.99 now?
Yeah,
we pay $2.99 in England, obviously, because of the exchange rate. I would gladly pay another $2.99 and be able to design 3 balls of my choice. and just be able to design 3 balls of my choice.
3 balls.
Or 2 balls, whatever.
Much, isn't it?
And
Just to let
we
everybody
do
know,
have that option.
in the north of
do it
England,
all.
they're very tight up there. They don't spend a lot of money because they're very tight.
Okay.
So Stewie goes into the bar first, goes to the bar, orders all the beers. He's got
Goes
really
to the
short
toilet.
arms and deep pockets. Can't reach his money.
But also up
He still
north,
has his communion money.
but up north we can get 5 rounds for the cost of 1 round down south.
That is very true.
All right, guys.
I was
So
amazed.
we're gonna.
But can I just finish? The one upgrade I really would like to see, I would love to be able to see bodies instead of just heads and an arm.
Ooh.
I've just thought of one as well, a really good one, which I've mentioned to you several times. Sorry, I'm butting in.
You're fine.
I'd like to see on all my courses that I've got records on, which is always all of them because I've got records on all of them. I'd like to see that card.
Your best card on that course.
My
saved
best
where you
card.
can see it would be nice.
So I can
Interesting.
see where. That's what I'd like to see.
Because
So
he's still
if
trying
I've
to figure
got,
out
for
how we got a
instance-
27 under.
Up to you,
Yeah.
Daz.
Two quick things. Back onto that stats. Read stats, average scores on courses, worst scores, best scores, average scores, and why have we not got game mode yet? Why have we not got doubles mode, triple threat mode, skins mode? So we're not stood there
skins
at
would
all
be
10
nice.
trying to work out what the score is.
That's
I
a good
believe
one. I
Golf
like that.
Plus has it all, and I'm sure it could be easily done.
Other games are available, by the way. Just got to put that in. quickly.
But
I
we're
don't
not
play
able
Golf
to
Plus, by
promote.
the way, but I've been
But we're
told
not
they do
able
have
to
the.
promote them. We're
all
here
the
to
modes.
promote this game.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Rich?
Anything to add, Rich? Or are we going to just move on?
Yeah, I always have
Oh,
something
fuck,
to
I knew
add.
we would.
Oh, we know.
This has come up a lot, and I know nothing about the programming of this, game and the software and the hardware and what it takes. But if we could ever get a point where, well, one of two things, if we can hit random hard and get one hole from a random course in the whole board, I think that would be phenomenal. I think that would be a lot of fun. And
That'd take too much.
oh no, yeah, it would. And a lesser mode, which I didn't think would be a lot, but I'm told it is if they could, just occasionally change the hole positions or the tee box.
Absolutely, 100%.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
It would completely
I'm
change
gonna
the
argue-
game.
I'm going to argue that fact. If you did that, you could not run tournaments
No,
or league matches.
I was thought about that.
Because-
the other day.
Not
Yeah.
permanent, as an
everyone's
option.
got-
As an option,
Everyone's
we're
got
talking
to-
about options. You hit,
No,
change
I think
change
that
the
You can hit
position
a random
option.
button.
Yeah. But
Random- random
people
hole
aren't
position.
going to learn then, are they? If you do that.
well, it definitely mixes up the game, and you wouldn't be able to learn it. Now
would
you
need
have
to
to
make them
really try to
extra.
figure it out on the fly.
Like instead of just a hard course, it'd have to be like extreme course or something.
'Cause
does
that would be
There
nice,
has
an
to be a
extreme
third
course.
option.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
need to change the hole. You just need to move the tee box from there to there, and it
Yeah,
totally
exactly.
changes the game.
All
Use
right.
No,
northern
it
instead from
absolutely
there to there.
absolutely would, and
This
it would
is
definitely.
Okay, so
Yeah, but
I'm
then-
reading
but
the
then
chat.
It just blocks it all tournaments and league matches because you've
What
all
have we got in the
to start
chat then,
playing
Just
Chris?
an option. You wouldn't use it during tournaments and league matches.
Yeah.
So over here, we did have somebody say, how would you feel if they moved the hole and tee a
There we
tiny
go.
bit as an option? So we did have somebody earlier put that in there, and it's definitely not something, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I wouldn't like to see it on the ones that are already there, but I could see it on like an extreme one. But before we go too much further on this, I don't want to get this other question too far down. So Simon, how do you join leagues, get room codes, etc.? So a lot of these are done on Discord. If you look up, and you can see the name all over my Princess Bankshot YouTube. If you look up and come over to Chris's leagues or send me a message, we can try to get somebody to throw the link in the chat. Come on over to the server, send me a message, and I will help you get into to the leagues and how to run Discord. Like, we help with all of this. We don't just help you out on the course. We'll teach you Discord. We'll teach you whatever you need to know. One of us in the leagues or somewheres can help with
Always
pretty
reach
much
out.
anything.
Come in and say
So
hello.
reach out to us, and we'll
And
get
not
you
just
started.
not just in Chris's leagues, classics. They've got it as well. They've got find a game mode in there, and the code will pop up. The
I
original
don't think he knows how to
WNGT.
join these.
All right,
That's
but
the-
then
Really,
once you
really
get
started
used to it,
somewhere. Yeah.
but once you get used to it, there's different servers everywhere with find a game
Yep.
mode.
And we'll
and
be touching.
half hourly games and things like
We'll
that.
be touching nothing.
We'll be touching that
Whoa.
classic. I know.
That's-
Chris is like,
When's that
That's why
going to happen?
Stewie wants bodies, Chris. He wants
okay,
bodies.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Whoa.
Again, one word on why we shouldn't have bodies. Forkoff. Hi, Forkoff. We shouldn't have bodies. Anyways, the
Bye.
puppets are bad enough, let me tell you. All right, so real quick, before we go too much further, I'm seeing what's in here.
Have we got a
Zonk
base
was
question?
driving and watching us.
Have
Go
we got a
ahead.
base question yet? Have we got a base question yet? Are they
what?
lined up for the guest?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm trying to read that. I have guest questions. So let's bring up guest question number 1.
There we go.
What got you into the game and how did you start? And this is just for Derby.
Oh, what got me into it? It was actually my daughter's headset and my daughter that brought the game. And we kind of had it a long time and never really touched it. And then I got COVID, had to isolate for 10 days. And it's that time that got me addicted. And that was, what was that, 3 or 4 years ago? Played it ever since.
There's a player, I won't mention his name, bought it for his daughter and used to unjustly punish her so he could use her headset.
Is that,
Well, the ironic thing
Excuse
is,
me.
my daughter never touches it. She never goes on the headset.
Rich,
It was
you
a
told
Christmas
you
present.
promised me you'd never tell anybody, Rich.
I already
yeah,
fucked up the game. You're in the clear this time, Stewie.
We have 3 base questions for our guests. So we're going to go ahead with number 2. What is your favorite course and why?
Oh, this is like trying to choose your favorite child. But
don't do
I
that, for
have one of
Christ's sake.
those.
are we doing it as a pair? So easy and hard combined together.
Whichever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
However
As a
you
pair,
However you want to it.
as a pair, I'd say Shangri-La. I think that's got a bit of everything.
I think
Good
that's
mixture of
a fair
holes.
shout. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Good
think
players
of a course
course.
better than that. Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
big scores as well.
Ash
or
going
you can
course.
get terrible
Yeah.
scores. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got one earlier on that one.
Now, these questions that Chris is asking at the moment. We're going to ask all our guests. So if you're going to be a future guest, have your answers ready because you're going to get asked.
Ooh,
And
we
number
got one
3?
here.
Thanks for being our guinea pig, by the way, Daz. Yes,
Yeah,
again.
no problem.
And if you're enjoying this, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow.
That's your thumb, by the way.
He's had media training. Stewie's had
He
media
is.
training.
Yeah. So Garth says, what is your proudest putt?
My pride
Is this for Daz? Or everybody?
I'm not sure. Is this for Daz or everybody? Because I can freaking answer this one too.
I could answer that too, as a matter of fact. It's funny you mentioned that.
So
Oh,
let's
I
start
didn't
with
think
Derby
so.
and
Just
then we'll
off
let
the top of my
everybody
head.
take a crack at
Go on
it.
then, Rich. What's your proudest putt?
During the doubles tournament, my partner was Big Ja, and we were on Arizona, and I'm not good with the numbers, but it's the one that's multi-level, the circles, and then you have to hit down 2 levels. I forgot what number that is.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
9.
The 8,
You hit
9.
You hit it.
It's
You hit
9.
it. I called it. I said, this is going in, and I hit off the light, and I dunked it. And it was during a doubles tournament that was filmed in the semifinals. That was
That's
my proudest
awesome.
spot.
Nice.
All right. So if we're coming around, I can answer this one. Well, I don't know if I have just one. There's definitely 2 because 2 have happened
I
recently.
can answer Chris's for her.
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
It was in the Fitz tourney in
one of
the
them.
game she played, and it was on. Obviously, it was on Around the World in 80 Days Hard, the second hole,
Hole 3.
Third hole.
3.
third hole.
Oh, that was recently.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So their opponents
Yeah.
took the magic shot on, triple banked it, went up
That's
the slope,
super
and
hard to get.
went right next to the hole for an easy 2. Chris laid up as she normally does, knowing now that she has to get the 2. Absolutely nails it. Up the ramp, double banked it straight in the hole. to save the
And
hole.
I've only heard
No,
of that shot. I've never actually seen anybody
very,
pull it
very
off.
rare.
I only
Very
heard
rare.
of it. So
Yeah. So I
Chris,
think that's your best shot.
Was there
Or
another
your
one in a
memorable
former
shot.
tournament when you were playing Fugo that you did? I thought I remembered some phenomenal shots from that tournament that you did too. Anything jumping out at you? And it just
wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
the Fugo tournament, the FIT tournament. You were playing. I think it was Fugo, and you were getting some phenomenal shots. And from what I remember, but I don't remember a particular shot. Anything come back to you from that tournament? I think it was like 2 or 3 tournaments ago. I mean, I remember how it ended, and you were kind of heartbroken because you got hit the crack and the Super Bowl went in. But that tournament, I remember you were getting some phenomenal shots.
I know what you're talking about. That was the classic tourney.
Yes.
Back when they first before the FIT, when they were doing the doubles, and my doubles partner was Captain Senior, and we lost to a crack shot in the finals. On an SD on hole 2 of Atlantis Hard. That will forever haunt me because that was stroke match too. So that was a really, except for in SD, it wasn't a stroke match. But that was a heartbreak to lose on a totally, like, he got so lucky on that crack shot.
Oh, it was crazy lucky. Yeah, which we all get lucky sometimes. But I thought I remember some good shots from you that were absolutely phenomenal, but I couldn't pin them down. But I remember what match it was.
Yeah, I had one yesterday in a finals.
I don't have any good putts because they call me Tricky No Luck.
I am his doubles partner. He's fucking lying.
You must have one memory. Might not have gone whole, but what's your best putt memory-wise?
I got quite a bad memory, and I can't remember anything.
I don't know. You put in a long one not that long ago.
Well,
you say you never hit long putts.
Well, you're that old compared to the rest of us. I can understand that.
Well, not compared to the rest of you, but to some of you.
Well, I've got 3 shots. I don't know which should be best.
Oh my God, really bored.
I only have an hour
What's your
left.
favourite one? Not your favourite frickin' 3.
Well, you tell me, you lot, which you think is the best shot. Hole 15 is it Sweet Torpy Rod with the bubblegum machine. We're going to knock it straight down and back down. I got that in the hole in one in the classic tournament.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's that one. What's the other one?
All 9 is it on Gothic Hard where I like to chip it over for a 2.
Gothic Hard. Oh yeah.
Over the bridge.
Yeah.
Or probably my favourite shot is when I was 4 shots down in a match play tournament.
Not I remember
in
it
a stroke play tournament.
So again, who was on bogeys hard 18, where you got to hit the little semicircle in the middle, big semicircle, jump over.
I was 4 shots down. 4 shots down.
4 shots down. I hit mine
Tricky
first.
went out about his first shot.
Yeah.
And I got the all-in-one.
Hole in friggin' one. It pissed me off that much. I lost by 3 shots. Yes, I do remember that now.
Oh, that's clever, man. Hey.
Daz,
right.
Over to you. What's your favourite shot?
We got to move on a bit because we are.
I think I've got one. I can do my least proud moments. I can do an all list of them.
Yeah.
Are they on? We may have recorded them.
I'll do my least proud moment then. It was the playoff. Chris commentated. It was the playoff in the M&M tournament against Amber Wave, and I found myself 6 shots down. Managed to pull back all the 6 shots. Got to hole 18 and then missed a 3-foot putt and lost by 1 shot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm
still haunted by that.
You were there with me for that.
Yeah, you commentated on it.
We were shocked as hell when you missed that
putt.
it
all the way back and then missed
an
absolute tiddler.
Chris has got this. I don't know if Chris has got this question that was online for David Daz.
Whoa.
Hold on. I might. So hold on a second. Who's your favorite player is our third base question for our guest. And I do have one for.
This is for our
so
guest.
This is going to Derby. This is for Derby.
Stop waving your arm, Rich. It's not you.
I'm trying to get his attention. Yeah, I'm over here.
My favourite player right now is my doubles partner, Drew. He was such a cool, calming player to have as a partner. And if you're a bit like me, if you play one bad shot, and your brain just frazzles and you suddenly think you're useless at the game, is the most calming guy. So, and every time I messed up, he always says, no problem, and he stepped up and made the shot. He was always there
Sounds
when
like
the shot needed making.
Sounds like me.
That's a good.
Is a cracking
I've
guy.
actually
Somebody to my right-hand side.
I've actually played Drew quite a few times recently, and I agree.
He's a cool, calm guy.
Whatever
Which is what you
guy,
need.
he's a good guy.
All right.
But I
so
think me and Tricky have the same understanding. We play doubles together, and we play.
Tricky just abuse you for 18
somewhat.
holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't win.
I like it.
Me and Stewie
right.
just mainly go in, have a bit of fun, drink beer,
So
and people mute us.
for Derby, Andrew sent in, how difficult was it to adapt playing left-handed? Because he is a right-handed player that putts left, correct?
Derby is, yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe I was always a left-handed player, playing with the wrong hand for so many years. I played a couple of shots with my left and suddenly thought, actually, my swing's a lot smoother with my left. So I think stupidly, I was just playing with the wrong hand.
And he wants to know, I didn't put this part of the question in there, but he wants to know if, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Sock pup.
He wants to know if you think that you are better. What the hell? Put that sock puppets away. He wants to know if you feel you're better
I was
left-handed or
using my left
right-handed.
hand.
If you're buttered down now.
100 times better left-handed. I've broken so many records of my PBs.
So next time we play, can you play right-handed,
switched.
please?
That's a tournament we need. You have to alternate your shots, one left, one right. That might
Lily
that
Bard,
could
I
be my
hope you're
time to
watching.
shine.
If you're not,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
yeah, but then
tournament for
you can't prove that they're playing left-handed because you can pretend you're playing left-handed, but playing a right-handed
Yeah, you
backward
play
shot.
one left, one right, one left,
How
one
can
right,
you-
like Sergeant Major.
Yeah,
said. Left, right.
Yeah,
left,
but what I'm
right,
saying
left,
is, it can look like you're playing left-handed, but you're just playing right-handed backwards.
That
Real
is
quick,
left-handed.
Gardner wants to
invited him?
know.
It's too easy to cheat.
This is the last one we're going to read for right now. I will go back through these. Any we missed, we'll go on next week's. But Gargar wants to know, which hole is your nemesis?
Ooh.
Ooh, Nemesis hole. Oh, the one I always say is the hardest hole on the game is Shangri-La hard over the two little ramps. I don't know
Yes.
I never know what
17.
you know what I mean, don't you?
Oh,
Every time I
God,
get there,
yeah.
And you've got to go down.
I
You've got to
tend to
go over the
comment.
bumps and down the ramp.
That is pretty hard.
No,
Shangri-La 17. Yeah.
Which is that the one you're talking about?
No. It's
No?
old, way before 17. Around about 7. You've got a jump, and then you've got another jump, and you've got the two rocks in front of you. It's a par 4. I'm explaining this really bad.
Yeah, obviously.
You've got a ramp. You have to jump over the first ramp, and then you want to clear the next one, or you can get stuck in the middle and have to go over the second jump.
Oh, up the hill.
Come on, someone's with me.
That's not. Hold on. You're talking about Seagull Stacks, not Shangri-La.
Did I say Shangri-La?
Yeah, you
Yes.
said Shangri-La.
Yeah.
Seagull Stacks.
Yeah.
That's why
Seagull
we're
Stacks.
really
Yeah.
freaking
Oh,
confused.
Seagull
But you're
Stacks.
describing
Yeah.
seven
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Seagull Stacks
Yeah,
hard.
Seagull Stacks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
All
By the way,
right.
viewers, me and Tricky's one's drinking, Daz is sober.
Yeah. They should
So
be
we're gonna
I'm trying to rush this through. I've got my KWT in 9 minutes.
Okay,
right,
well,
okay.
you can go if you would like. We can say goodbye to Derby. You're good. We're going to
Thanks,
move
Derby.
on to
That was
the
awesome.
Thank you
the
ever so
rich
much
Great
for
stuff.
having me.
And if
Hey,
everybody
thank
lets you down again another week, I'm your man.
F-stroke.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, catch you all
Thank you,
later.
young
It's been a
man.
pleasure.
Bye, Derby.
Well done.
See you later.
Well done.
Cheers, buddy.
He was
All
All
terrific.
right,
Nope.
so we are moving on
Yeah.
to the fit.
Did a really good
Well,
job.
wait a minute. Before we
Very
move on
good
to the
job.
fit,
Oh,
I know
can we
Daz
do
is going to watch
scripted
this.
here.
Daz
No,
is
go
going
on,
to watch
Josie.
this back. Daz, thanks for turning up. You're not going to
Yes.
get another win back because you didn't say I was your best player.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So this is what Chris calls flipping you off.
He got tossed off.
No,
We're all
no.
flipping Daz off.
In all honesty, Daz, you did great. Thank you for stepping in.
Yeah,
Thank you
excellent
very
job
much.
for last
Thank you
minute
very
fill in. He was terrific.
Thank you very much, Dash. You're
All
amazing.
right.
Okay,
I'm
moving on.
jealous. I'm
So
jealous 'cause
with
I've still got a mute puppet.
You could fill my stock anytime, Daz.
oh my god. Anyways, guys, so Before we
Sock
do
said
the
it.
bracket for the fit, we're going to do something else. We're going to talk about something else with the Classic really quick, and I'm going to pop this up on the screen. Tricky knows what I'm popping up here. So recently I had a conversation with... Yeah, he knows what I'm popping up.
It's a different meaning
Recently I
in the
had a
UK, Chris. Careful.
conversation with Jen from the Classic
Yes.
Glitching Queen, and they have a mode called singles... single
Stroke singles.
That
Stroke
one.
Singles. It's called stroke
And-
singles.
Yes, and so now...
So basically, what we done, go on.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you got
So
it.
basically, we approached her, or Chris approached her and said, we play a lot of monthly games, as Chris said, and because in a monthly game you can play it, get your best score. If you mess up halfway through, just go back to the beginning and
Do
start
it again.
So it's not very good for competitive play because you're constantly stopping and starting. So Chris had a word with Jen on the Classic and said that the stroke singles isn't being used that much as it should be because all the rest are being used. Can we help it by putting our monthlies over there so we can have our monthly players go over, playing stroke singles, which obviously helps their server, helps ours as well because you have to play all the way through the game because you get $1 for it, a fake $1. It just goes up on behind your name. Yeah. So it helps everybody. Go on.
No, basically what it means, not that we moved them over there, but this means that you can choose
yes,
what course you're going to use and put that under. You need to make sure that you write that right under you launch the game, and then right underneath you need to put the course that you want to play so the other players know coming in.
So when you've played your course, you still vote as normal, but you just don't play the course that comes up on the wheel. You choose one of the monthly courses of Chris's League that month. So you go in there with 3 people, you play the course as normal. Whoever wins, if you've got a good score, take it, post it on Chris's League for the monthly, but still vote on the Classic.
And you need to make sure that you write that underneath. It's very important that when you start that game, you write underneath that it's going to be a monthly course. And if you know what course it is, or if you're going to do random monthly, which we did a couple times.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So thank you very much for that, Jen.
That was great for the
well
class.
Done, Jen. Well done, Karma.
To go in with us on that.
I know it's both your
And
leagues.
Karma, obviously. Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to bring up the bracket, which I believe one of you guys had looked at this a little bit closer than I did.
A brief look. Yeah.
Oh, why is it not coming
I
up?
couldn't read it. I didn't have my glasses.
I haven't got my glasses on now, but I'll remember it. That's not going to go well.
That's good because I'm not going to.
I do believe we're in the last 16. I think we got one pair in the last 8.
There is, yes.
Metterman Outrider just went through.
I think
Rich might be more up to date on the fits than we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it at all?
There's a typo on it. Forkoff and I's name has not been put up yet, so we're waiting for that to appear.
I think it's wait for next year.
You want to
watch that?
You may have to wait till next year.
It's fresh on my mind because we got knocked out yesterday. But what would you like to know about the bracket, Chris? Like upcoming matches or?
Well, I have the bracket up right now. They can see it. Our viewers are looking at the bracket, so they can see it. And I did put it in the Walkabout or the Talkabout chat too, for us. But
that was a question. That was a question I wanted to ask Daz, who he thinks is going to win the bracket.
Who do you guys think is going to win? Put it in the chat.
At the top of the bracket at the moment, we've got MOBA and Big Jar have to play Awkward Sauce and Mully. So that's going to be a very, very good match.
Very good game.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That will be a good match, yes.
Before rather than scroll through them all, I think they could all be good matches because you just don't know what course you're going to get.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Metam actually hit on that today when we were streaming his match. He said that the first course they played was Mount Olympus Hard. Now, Metam and Outrider are very, very good players, bank players, long putters. And because they said, because it's such a new course, that they haven't perfected some of their shots, so they didn't use them. So after the first course, it was 2-1 to Metam and Outrider. Then the second course was Sweetopia Hard.
Sweetopia Hard, where they are very good.
Which they played a lot. So they know all the trick shots, all the bank shots, all the jump shots. And rightly or wrongly, they went through because they know that course very well. So it does depend on course a lot.
And the score went up big time.
I can attest to that. We got Coyote Hard yesterday, our first course, and that's my favorite course. And Dan Fulco's real good at it too. and felt really confident and did really well. But I got to say, Pyramid really played phenomenally yesterday. Taco was great, but Pyramid, man, he was nailing it.
Kids come a long ways.
Yeah, they stayed in it. I thought we would get a bigger lead. That they stayed. We ended up being up 2 going into the second course, and like you said, Tricky, Olympus came up, and I stupidly rallied to make sure that was in the tournament, and I was not as good as I thought I was at it.
No.
It bit me big time.
Oh,
And
man.
The thing is, there are courses out there. There are courses out there where they're not high-scoring course. Gothic Hard isn't a high-scoring course.
Right. Nor is Sweetopia. Yeah.
Whatever. Sweetopia.
Right.
Yeah. Sweetopia can be if you know the shots.
Depending on who's playing in the doubles,
Yeah, who's
Utopia,
playing it.
doubles points wise.
Yeah.
If they know all the
But-
ace lines, you're screwed if they're landing them.
But I think there's not much you can talk about the fit apart from it's going on very smoothly. It's very popular. And
Yeah.
they're all good pairings that's left. A lot of good
Oh yeah.
pairings.
No, we're at the point now. You passed 3
I didn't
games, and
hear
there's
you.
no more slubs in there.
Can you put that bracket back up again?
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yep.
But
So I
going
just want to run
down,
through the bracket quickly when it comes up.
well,
It's up.
to answer your question while you're waiting,
Yeah.
as far as like predicting the outcome, I mean, anybody's game. But if I was to make an educated guess, the 2 teams that I've watched that are, I think, above exceptional, like that elite level, Julian and Juice and Indy and El Jorge, they go for the hole-in-one on every shot. They know the hole-in-one shot on every shot. So not only are they looking to get it close, they're looking to get it in on the tee shots, and that's something I've watched both of them do. Now that's my prediction for the finals, and can go either way. But that's what I've seen. The difference of those teams is that level of knowing the hole-in-one shot and getting it close on every shot.
Which also goes back to our earlier question about practicing your shots, knowing your lines, speed of the shots. That also goes back to all that.
I mean, a good testament is Chris's match with them. When they played 80 days, man, all the shots are going right at the hole. They're not missing by much. And that's another level right there to be able to do that.
So, which you can always also go back to earlier conversation about new players wanting to learn shots, a bit nervous about joining some of the elite players. Just watch back on some of these videos. You can learn shots from that as well. You'd be
Absolutely.
too nervous joining.
Absolutely.
And
So
back
just
Watch
quickly
course
then, guys, so we
guides.
got-
Come watch these.
So we got
And if I may just really quickly, just watching Medham's and Outriders match earlier on Olympus. I get in bed with the numbers, but the one where you have to go around the column and hit up the hill and it goes all the way down to the bottom. Sometimes
I know what you're talking about. We saw a bank shot. We didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, the bank shot. Exactly. Never seen that before. I'm all in on that one because when he missed the shot, he was still at the bottom of the hill on the in the middle of the platform there. I love that shot that he did. And again, what you're saying, Tricky, just seeing that, I got a new shot now, which I wouldn't have even considered. I didn't know existed.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead with this bracket so we can get going.
So just quickly then, we got Moga, Big Jar, Awesome Sauce, Awkward Sauce and Mully. Who do we think's going to win that one, or is it going to be that close we can't call it?
I'm going to say they're all going to be that close and can't call any of them. And I don't know who's in the brackets.
Well, we know that Metam and Outrider have just gone through. JC and I can't read the other word because it's a bit smudgy.
These are a little hard to see, guys. Sorry.
Acric or something? Yeah.
Ashtick, I think it's Ashtick.
Ashtick, yeah, okay. We got, here we go, Yukon and Laurent against Alhore and Indy. Now, I know you said Alhore and Indy.
Well, let me go back to Moba and Ja. Their match against Awkward and Mully. Awkward and Mully, I played them. Actually, that was the match I played them, and we beat them in the doubles championship to go to the finals on Arizona. Two phenomenal players. Now,
Yep.
again, we talked earlier. It kind of all comes full circle in a lot of the conversation in here. I know Awkward. I got to know him a little bit personally, and he's a lineman. He works on power lines. Works very hard. Has a family. Doesn't have the amount of time that most of us have to put into this game. Still a phenomenal player, but can't put the time and energy like a lot of other players can put into it.
Mhm.
So Ja and Moba, they're on a lot and play a lot and are
Yeah.
phenomenal players. I would give them the edge based upon the amount that they can play and the frequency. But again, it can go either way because these are top-notch players. But
I think
that's
gonna
the
be a
little
tight
edge
game.
that I know about it. If I was a gambling man, that's where I'd put my money.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
good. So, like I said, we've got Yukon, Laurent, Alhore, and Indy. Yukon, very, very steady player. Laurent,
Solid.
very, very steady player. Yeah, solid players. Indy and Alhore, I think most of the people out there would put them in the final,
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
I
to
think
be
so.
honest.
The way you beat them
But
is you
it
stay
depends on
consistent.
course again.
Yeah, the course,
It
and you
depends
just
on
stay
course.
consistent. Keep your cool.
Yeah.
Stay consistent. Get your birdies. Get your eagles, and just
Yeah.
hang in there. And you never know. Sometimes you get lucky, you get a hole in one here and there. They might miss a shot here and there, and
That's
that's all the difference.
Yeah,
But you
never know.
can
All
not
right.
make any mistakes at this juncture.
No, you can't. All right, go ahead
So
and tricky.
next
who else?
match is Stroke Limit and Chi-Chi against Sasky and Cinderella Boy. That's going to be. I'm going to edge it towards Stroke just because, and Chi-Chi, just because they've played a lot longer, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with them for years, probably the most of anybody. And them two, they go for the shots. And when they get them,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
can't beat them. When they miss them, you can beat them. So,
Oh, yes.
yeah, my
100%,
advice,
yep.
my advice to CB and Sasky would be, again, consistent. Just keep your head down, get your shots, don't make mistakes,
Stay in the game.
and you'll be in the game. Let them make the mistakes.
Yep,
If they,
absolutely.
like I said, they're going to go for their shots, and if they get them, you're cooked, and if they don't get them, you're in the game.
All right,
Okay, we've
let's
got
keep
another
moving
match coming
this.
up, which is going to be, I think, is going to be quite tight. You've got Julian and Juice against Happy, Gilmore, and Slappy. Again,
Come on, Happy and Slappy. Do
Happy
it.
and Slappy, two solid players on their day. They are.
Yeah,
If you get the boys going for their hole in ones and they don't come off,
And Happy and Slappy.
Yeah,
play
yeah,
together, too.
it's Mike Tyson against Buster Douglas. I mean, those two are that's a tough pair, man. They go for they know this.
Ooh.
They're phenomenal for us. So yeah,
Same poo.
yeah. And the last pairing in round 3 is we got Felix Tortilla and Master Dominator against Kaida, and it's all smudgy. I can't see
I
it.
thought that one
Froma?
happened. I thought it happened,
I
but she sent me this. This is supposed to be the updated.
Yeah, I think it's Froma. So it may have already been played.
That
so
sounds
obviously
right.
I don't know that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I think that could be a very tight match. Obviously, to go through to play Julian and Juice or Happy Gilmore and Slappy. So we got a lot to look forward to.
Chris, did that match take place and they didn't post it yet? Because I've been looking
I'm
for
not
that one.
sure.
I think it
might
has
well have
taken
done.
place.
Oh yeah,
and it hasn't been posted.
it's possible.
Obviously, we
Yeah.
had this
I can't
bracket
say
come
too
through
much
to us
because
a
I don't
couple of
remember
hours
what
ago.
I've seen that you can see and what I've seen that other people can't see.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
I've been
really-
looking for it. It hasn't been posted.
Okay.
Felix
yeah.
and Dom are phenomenal players. I don't know the other two. But
So-
you better bring your A game with them. They're not going to make very many mistakes, if
Absolutely.
any.
We're gonna
Yeah,
keep this
absolutely.
moving along, and we're gonna switch over a little bit.
Before we
We're
switch
going
over,
to-
before we switch over,
Yep.
if you like what you're watching, give us a big thumbs up, follow and subscribe.
Or a finger up.
Funny you
whatever
say that
pops
because
up
right
first.
now on the screen popped up our one that we have popping up every other thing saying
Yeah.
subscribe, thumbs up.
You want to come a bit closer, Stewie, or you in the background?
All right.
I'm just
So
in
we
the
are
background.
going to talk about Chris's leagues real quick. As most of you know, for just thank you, I am Chris. So Chris's leagues is our server. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pop this up. So we just had, and Stewie was in this final. Do you want to talk about this or do you want me to? I popped up the
twos.
terrific twos. So
Yeah,
it's showing.
I'll talk about that. I'll talk about the next bracket as well if you want. So just the twos. is up to you.
The twos was a bracket tourney again.
And we have.
And twos, which was all about if you got an all-in-one, you lost a point. You got a 2, you got a point. You got a bogey, you lost a point. It was all about hitting the twos. It's self-explanatory. And sometimes it's hard work to try and avoid that all in one on some of these holes because you just didn't know what course was going to come up.
And Stewie, where did you come in?
I came in the final and lost on a silly hole.
To be fair,
it was a tight game.
Yeah.
Against
it
a very
was
good hole,
wasn't it? It was sudden death. It went
After
to sudden death.
36 holes in sudden death.
Yeah. Very, very close against yourself and Sarah Lou, I believe.
Sarah Lou.
So
Sarah Lou now moves into the winners bracket along with Big Joe, who won the first bracket tournament. And at the end of the year, we're hoping to have 32 players in this winners circle for a Champions of Champions knockout.
Ooh.
And that's a lot of fun. I played one of those over on the.
And we have got a bracket server open now where we're going to get another 4 names. We've got a 2-ball doubles going, and a reserve.
Hold on. You're getting ahead. You're getting ahead.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Yep. All right. So for the terrific twos, there's 2 third places on the screen right now. You guys can see. So it was Sarah Lou. Congrats. Sarah Lou won it. Stewie, absolutely solid second place. Slappy and myself came in third in that bracket. And we're going to move ahead to the KWT top 10 real quick. So with the KWT, this obviously not this weekend, last weekend's overall top was Gobson, Indy, Willow, Zanetti, Jorge, Big Jaw, Matt, Lean Into It, myself, and Stewie. And you can see we have different brackets overall. Yeah, exactly. So different brackets overall. So we have top 10s for all of them. But I do put up a big thing for this, so I don't want to we're not going to read these all because there is a 5-minute video for KWT every weekend with results. So we're going to go ahead and move on. And now we're going to talk about a little bit. We have a new bracket tourney coming, or new bracket tourney already out. And he was hitting on that a little bit. You started
I didn't get the memo. Yeah, obviously I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, he didn't. So this is it. Go for it. Go for it.
It's a 2-ball doubles, isn't it? Basically.
No, that's not what we're on right now. No, this is the brand new bracket tourney.
Oh, the brand new bracket, right?
So it says new course tourney, and
it says new course tournaments, but it's actually the latest courses tournament. When the latest 2 courses that was Elvis and
Olympus.
Olympus.
We put it in so we changed the name of the tourney so that it was less confusing. So I talked to Lenny Bot. We left new course, but now it says new course Elvis/Olympus champions. So we did change it up to make that a little less confusing.
And how does that run?
The first round is going to be, I do believe it's going to be front 9.
I have them up on the
back 9 Olympus for the first round. Easy.
Yeah.
Second round is going to be front 9 Olympus, back 9 Elvis.
Yep.
Easy.
So we get all the courses done. Yep.
Then in the third round, it's front 9 Elvis hard, back 9 Mount Olympus hard. Semi-final is Mount Olympus front 9 hard, Elvis hard, back 9, and then the final it's both hard, all 18
So that's going to be. Come join. There's still spots. Come join us. There's still spots.
We need more people to join in so we can get this filled and get it ready to go.
You may not need to win it to get into the Champions of Champions, I do believe, because if Sarah Lou or Big Jaw wins it, I do believe the runner-up will get a place in the Champions of Champions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. It's my freaking server. All right.
Well, we've got to have 32 players.
Linny Bob doesn't know that either yet, but she will now.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna switch over. We're gonna walk away from Chris's leagues for and we're gonna head over to M&M because there's some stuff heating up on other servers, and we do want to hit that because the talkabout's about all of the community. So over on. Why is the button not working? There we go. Over on Monday Night Mini Golf, we're pulling up. Why is it not? Hold on a second. It's not. behaving. There we go.
Come on over to my place.
So right now I have the semi-pro and the amateur up. In first, sitting in first after 2 weeks on the semi-pro is Old T. Nice.
Ooh,
and
T.
in first on the amateur right now is Indian Chief, which some of you will remember that name. She's been out for like a year with a recovery, and she's back in, and she is topping the amateur after 2 weeks. And we're going to go look at the pro. I don't know where Stewie's at.
I think Sarah Lou's top of the pro.
Oh, he's over on the pro. So topping the pro right now in first is Neo Impossible. Second's Matt. Third is Sarah. And fourth is Homie. One Kanomi. Over on, this name gets me every time. So on Elite, somebody else want to go with this one?
I think it's Girardi.
And then second place is Big Jaw right now. And in third, we have Lean Into It, our very own TrickyDicky, and Zanetti. And there's another week left of this shootout, guys. All right, so we're going to move over to Quest After Dark.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so over on Quest After Dark. They just had their divisionals. What was it called? Well, it's like the European and the American finals.
Yeah. So the way he ran
Riders Cup, they call it.
No, this was not a Riders Cup.
So they had American bracket and a European bracket. So you got put in either bracket depending where you were. For some reason, Derby Daz got put in the American bracket.
Oh, back. Hold on.
I can see it.
Yeah,
how come I can't see it on my head? Oh, never. I'm looking for a little red dot that's not going to be there because the camera's on the other headset.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, so it's all running.
She's sober.
Yeah, in divisions or brackets, whatever you want to call it. And I believe they've gone through the.
These people won their finals.
They won their finals, so they get put in.
And they're headed into Worlds.
Yeah. They're headed to what?
They're headed to Worlds, next week's Worlds. Yes. So these people won their finals in their division.
So the people are up there now. Have won their division. They've gone right through. So now we've got Jazz is going to be playing Lara AKI. If that's how you say it. Okay, so they're going to play their world final. I think it's next Wednesday.
Yep. All right. And we're bringing up semi-pros in front of you. We know these names.
Okay, we got semi-pro when it pops up because I can't see it just yet. I shouldn't say that because by the time they see it, I'll see it.
Yeah, I see everything really quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so in the semi-pro, did you say?
Yeah, so this is semi-pro.
Okay, so in semi-pro, we have Fat Fat, or used to be called Uncle Fat Fat, against End It Now. End It Now. End It Now. So they're going to play off for the World Finals to see who's the best player. Moving on.
Yeah, purely to ease the time zone problems. Absolutely. And I've been in the European one since the beginning because I play early. Derby plays later, so we're pretty sure that's why he's in the other one. We have the pros. So these guys won their finals this past week.
Okay, it's not popped up on my screen yet, so I can't see it. Oh, God, I got cramp in my leg. Fuck.
We're making him do this. You'll know why after the next one.
Okay, so in the pro, we have Alicia, if that's the way you say it.
Alyssa. That's Alyssa.
Alyssa, sorry. That's Alyssa. Alyssa and one silly girl are going to play off for their final.
Woo.
Congratulations
nice job,
to those
ladies.
players who reached the finals.
All right. And
finals.
We're popping up Elite. So both of them won their
okay, so these again,
American Elite.
And the two brackets I was talking about, we have two players playing in the Elite final. And I believe this one is an all-girl final, an all-women final. It is indeed.
So was the last one.
Yeah, we had a few that were.
Yeah, so in the Elite brackets, we have Princess Bankshot, Chris, representing the Europeans. Woohoo! And Sarah, who is actually English, who lives in America, playing for America.
Go on, Sarah Lou.
Yeah.
Go on, Sarah Lou.
Work that out.
And I've been playing with Sarah. I met Sarah like 4 days into this game, so I've been playing golf with Sarah since about 4 days into this game. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's
this
up
should be
and coming,
fun.
I believe, this Wednesday. I think all the finals will be playing on Wednesday, I think.
It will be. And I'll actually be with Jazz and his. Jazz reached out, and I get to go in and be Jazz's caddy. I'm super excited for that because we've
But even
helped
better than
Jazz
that,
a lot.
when Chris plays her final as an elite player, I get to go in as your caddy.
I'm not taking a caddy.
How does that work? How can you be an elite player and need a caddy?
All right. So now we're going to move on. We have one more server that we want to talk about real quick. Well, he's actually does Facebook. Stewie, we're putting up Trent. So we got Trent League stuff
We've got
up.
we've got two.
This is
days of
chapter.
Trent League.
Right now,
got
the
two-
chapter 3 one is up, Stewie.
It's not come up on my screen yet,
No, it'll
Okay.
come up in a second.
but there is 2 days left of chapter 3, and it's called Walking the Plank.
Oh, that's the plain one. Snap.
There we go.
So you
It's called Snap.
It's called Snap.
snap. So basically, you've got to win your game. You win your game, you get 3 points. You lose, you draw a game, you get 1 point. You lose, you get bugger all. But then you've got to choose between plank
Bugger
A
all.
or plank B for bonus points. But none of this is revealed if you guess right until the end of all the games have been played. So as usual with Trent's League, you can win all 9 games and get relegated.
Been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Or you can lose them all and win the league. Who knows with
I
Trent?
haven't done that bit.
Haven't done that.
I am trying my best to explain this, but guess what? Next week, Trent is our guest, and he'll be able to explain more about his next week better than anybody else. Now, I know a
And
lot
we
of people.
do have this too to touch on.
I know a lot of people won't know Trent, but when you listen
his
to
league
him
is the Facebook
and
league, isn't it?
and his crazy leagues that he's got,
Oh,
you'll be
he's got
wanting
some
to
crazy
join.
twists.
You'll be wanting to join. Trust me.
Yeah.
Me and
The
Tricky.
Ryder
This is how me and Tricky met
Yeah.
through Trent's leagues.
Yeah.
Could I butt up
And,
1
At the
second?
moment.
I'm getting the impression you guys align with other leagues, and you're kind of building a nice alliance with them. Is that the case what I'm picking up here?
No,
Yeah.
so
Well, we are.
We're talking about everybody who plays this game
in
on
community.
different.
Yeah.
communities.
So there are Facebook leagues that you've spoken to that are now integrating into this big community. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
they
Okay.
have been for a long time. Like
They've
we've
been-
Trent's
they've
been
been
going
so
for about
long.
They've
3
been
years.
in it longer than the classic. Probably longer than that, I think.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
the classic,
Even-
yeah.
Could I-
Yeah.
Chris's server's
I'll
been up longer than
I'll send you a link, Chris. There's another league that recently broke off with MC, and they may be
I heard.
right for. Oh, you did? Okay. You're well
This
aware.
community
Okay.
things go fast.
Okay. All right. I don't
Yeah,
need
we-
to
Well,
send
there are
it to you
some
then.
people that have alliances. So some of the people that we talk about, right? So there is a server that we mentioned that is connected. They are approved or whatever
Endorsed,
by
whatever. Yeah.
by endorsed by Mighty. Now we don't
Right.
have. We're putting up the info that's public about these leagues that we know about. Some of them, yes, we do ask. Like Jen sent me the most updated bracket when asked. But a lot of this stuff you can just know by being in the leagues. The stuff that we put up about Q3AD, did we talk to them? I think I might have talked to Parody at one point, but it's just about, that's all out there public on their website, but we're bringing it out to everybody's attention because we're all about all things walkabout.
Yeah, no,
community
and I think
and
that's phenomenal, and I really am a strong proponent of alliances with other leagues. I think that,
Oh yeah,
and
we all work
a
together,
great-
not against each other.
Exactly. I
We
mean,
need
the
to.
German league with the Olympus tournament was a blast,
Mhm.
and
Yeah. The disc, I think they
embracing
call
them,
that.
and
Yeah, disc. Yep.
Yeah.
We have
so,
no,
I mean,
we have no allegiances here in this podcast. We're here to promote this game and this
And that
platform.
includes
Right, which is
Chris's, even
phenomenal.
though I own it. I'm here.
Which,
yeah.
and we're, and we're
yeah,
not,
no,
we're
and
not- we're not
that's
just talking
great.
about the
It makes the
classic because
community even stronger.
I
Yeah.
have,
You know,
stru-
so-
I have I put a word out with another league that's just starting, and I've asked them to watch this tonight, and if they want me to mention their league next time, I will do. If they think it can benefit their league, if they don't want me to, I will do. So it's all about promoting this game.
We're about community.
That's great. That's what I'm
all about community.
I'm glad to hear that. I wasn't aware, and now that I'm aware, you know,
I should have sworn we covered this more than once. That it was,
but that's I don't think to this degree.
It's not been as organised as it has been tonight. Which
took 8 hours of work between Tricky and I. This has been we put more into this production of this show than we can even begin.
Going back to people that know Trent,
I think it'll pay off tenfold. I think this was top notch. Really, I did very well done.
People that know Trent, if you want to ask Trent a question, get it on the question page for next week.
Yes.
People that don't know
even
Trent,
if you don't know,
want to know, get a question onto Trent, how to join his league. And Trent, I'm sure Trent will fetch all the information with him next week, because his new league is about to probably start in May. I
got to get my games done. I got 2 days.
I think he's taking a month off. I think, and then starting again because the summer months are coming up, or whatever. So
But if you want to play a game with a twist, it's a league to join.
Yeah,
I do want to bring
up. I would not have met Tricky if it weren't for Trent's league.
Fucking hell, Trent. Thanks.
I think I ran into you guys on Trent's before anywhere else. I mean, I played with Sarah and she knew you guys, but I think we met on Trent's as well, originally. So I'm going to bring up the Ryder Cup real quick. It's players versus whole, not leagues versus leagues. Yeah, it absolutely. So Gargar just said that it's players versus whole, not leagues versus leagues. And that's a big, absolutely. Like a lot of you have seen me streaming for the other servers. I stream for M&S. I stream when needed over for the fit with Jen. So yeah. And I've had those same streamers from others jump in and help me if something needed to be streamed and for whatever reason we couldn't. So this community is all about the community. And we all enjoy
the people that play in it.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring up the Ryder Cup real quick. You guys are going to see this. There's still spots left in the American side. I've actually been on team. Yeah. As far as we have right now.
Side?
Is this one of Trent's, the Ryder Cup?
Yeah. Yeah,
I do believe they're both full now. I'm just saying.
They might be full.
The most up to date that we have is up there right now.
So what Trent does every year he does this anyway. He does something called the Hyder Cup.
And I streamed it last year.
They streamed it last year. So what they do is they have an American team and a European team, the same as the Ryder Cup, and they basically face off. Best players wins points. More points.
Now, what you find with the American team is they usually find their worst player to be captain. I think that's Chris.
Sarah Lynn.
No, I'm not captain, but you just called Sarah Lou a worst player. Good job.
Well, she is.
But the Europeans have got the worst captain.
I know we got Wonder Bras, haven't we?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder Bras.
He's a close. He's one of our admins.
Stevie there. Okay, so this is coming up. Most things.
We'll be streaming this most likely too. I'll talk to Trent again this year. We'll make sure this gets as many as possible get streamed from this.
We are coming to the end of this show, and if you think we've missed covering something, we apologise, but put it in the messages, and we'll make sure we'll cover it next week. If you think you could improve the show by something, send one of us a message.
Or
no,
next week.
Send us a message. If there's something we can do to improve it, we'll have a look at it. And all
I'd like to see next week. I'd like to see next week the guest come on, do his bit, shove off, and we have a fucking laugh. Because this week's been very informative.
It has been, but we had some pretty good laughs. I'm just saying, we still had laughs.
Well, I think we should switch over or sweep over all the leagues quickly. We'll have Trent in to do his nice bit because he's a lovely lad, and then I'm ready for their sing song or something.
Wait, what are you ready for?
I don't think people could cope with me and you singing.
Oh, I've got one thing to mention. He's not bad, but two cats fighting.
I've got one thing to mention. I spoke to Fat the other day. And I said, do you actually watch the podcast? He went, yes. I watch it first thing in the morning before I go to work. Sat on the toilet having a shit.
He watches something
And I'm
That's
like,
what I call a captive
really?
audience.
So he obviously watches it on catch up, sat on the can having a poop. What's that all about?
For an hour and a half. Good for him.
Even if you watch it on catch up, give us a thumbs up, follow, and subscribe.
You're going to get bonuses, you know that, don't you?
I'm trying.
The bonus you're going to get is I'm going to let you win a hole.
Well, when was the last time you beat me?
We don't talk about that now, do we?
All right, sorry.
We'll talk about that.
I think even though it was an hour and a half, I think, and informative, I think I got a lot out of it. I think it was very entertaining. I think it was very informative.
I think it's been a good podcast.
I think it was the best one yet. I just had one more quick thing, and that'll be the end of me. Is it's the exciting news coming up is it's now, I believe it's 6 weeks since March 6th and the Olympus was released. So I got to think there'll be a teaser coming up within a week of the next course.
There may be.
And it's 6 to 8 weeks that they're releasing. So I got to think real soon you're gonna have a little teaser popping up for the next one.
And that's a possibility.
If there's a dev watching and you want to give that little teaser away next week on that live on our show, please come on over.
Let you come on over. Come on over
to my place. Hey, you.
All right, guys.
We're having a party.
And I'll be saying, fuck off, we've got a dev.
Yeah.
Nah, we can handle both.
Anyway, guys, thanks ever so much. I hope we haven't bored you to death.
Absolutely.
I didn't realise it. I think it's been a good show because I didn't realise it'd been an hour and a half.
No,
It has
It's a great show. And we put the club together.
I hope you've all enjoyed it.
Put the clubs together, but don't cross the streams.
Hold on, hold on. I covered up the stream was the ending. Hold on, let me.
Yeah. So all for one for all. That's for all the servers and all the players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers. All the best.
Woo!
Goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Night, guys.
Thank you. Good night. God
Adios.
bless.
Leave this
Love
running
you
just
all.
for a second.
Good night from him. Good night from